I'm very excited to have my next guest join us. Their brand new album, Hyperyouth, is out right now. It is Joey Valence Brae.
What's going on?
What up, man? Thanks for your time, man.
Thank you, man.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
And welcome to San Francisco. We were chatting off camera about your Waymo experience for the very first time. And I love to hear these stories, and I want you to convey to the public your experience. It sounds positive.
I haven't even been in one yet, but our guy off camera here is convincing me that I have to take a Waymo.
We have to take one.
It's a life-changing experience. I'm like, Brad.
I don't think it's going to be.
I don't care. Just get me to my destination. I don't care who's driving. I don't care if anything is driving at all. Like, it's not that impressive. We've seen it for over a decade now. So.
So you've been in these taxis, the machines.
Joey invented self-driving cars.
I did. I just didn't tell anybody because I didn't want to take the clout for it. I'm low-key like that. So.
You're like that, what's his name? Something Solomon that does DJing and also leads a company. Like,
really?
Yeah, I actually built Microsoft from the ground up. But type shit. So.
Yeah.
But welcome to San Francisco. Very first time.
Thank you.
Have you had time to look around and just absorb some of the...
We're about to.
We're about to, yeah.
I'm interrupting all this.
No, it's all right.
What are your preconceived notions of this fine city?
It looks awesome. I like all the trolleys going up the street.
Oh, okay.
Lots of hills.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's always nice scenery when you're driving through California to get to places too. It's either like a desert or like nice mountains and whatever. But I mean, we're excited. We've been here before, but not very often that we get to sort of explore. So it's cool.
Little different than a tiny town in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
But you had access to the big cities in Philadelphia and New York. Did you go there much growing up?
I went to New York City a good bit because I have some family that lives up there, so I would go there a lot. And then Pittsburgh I would go to a lot as well. Yeah. So around.
Yeah, we've been. Yeah. I mean, we've been touring for 3 years now, so we've been around the block a little bit. But yeah.
Actually, you were fresh off of your last festival appearance. What was it, Electric Castle?
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Please tell me what it's like in Transylvania.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know about that as opposed
similar to Pennsylvania, except there's vampires.
Similar, very similar.
Yeah. No, it was super fun.
It was.
That was a great festival.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was really cool.
No Wi-Fi though.
No Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Our phones like straight up didn't work.
Phones were not working out there. No like LTE. Like there was Wi-Fi like at the hotel, but like when you left, you were just
it must have been hacked by the ghouls and vampires.
Yeah, probably.
Did you experience any supernatural spirits or anything, or did you have any like fears of that going in?
So Brae sort of like woke up and walked into my room and was like screaming, but that's nothing out of the ordinary for him. So
yeah. I woke up.
Were you dressed up as a Dracula?
As a ghoul? Yeah. Yes, I know. I was dressed. Yeah.
White face paint, blood streaming down your mouth.
I was dressed up as the Green Goblin.
He's not allowed to do white face.
I'm not allowed to do that.
No. There's so much history over there. So I gotta
No, it was really
something.
fun. It was really cool. So
yeah, and I heard the audiences were really receptive and things. It's got to be a trip to go all the way to Transylvania to have this reception, same type of reception as kids in Bonnaroo.
Yeah, that's the beautiful part about music. It just translates to any language, any culture, and it's just really there's nothing more sort of profound than when you go to these places and they don't speak English as their first language and they're singing every song. So it's really cool.
What has been the most trippy experience so far? Is it that or something else?
Like traveling abroad, you mean?
Yeah.
Like around the world, the trippy experience. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy when people recognize us like across the world. Like when we were in Australia, we actually felt kind of famous and it was crazy.
Yeah. Really?
The fans are just insane over there, and you're literally on the opposite side of the earth, especially from where we're from on the East Coast. It's literally like the other side of the globe. So it was just crazy.
Wait till you play places like China.
Oh my gosh,
man, we want to go
places that are
Asia
totally
so
far
bad.
east.
We're so excited to go to like East Asia. Like it's going to be incredible. Like China, and then also like Japan and Korea too. I just think they're going to go nuts.
Yeah, I want to go to the Philippines so bad too. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. A nod to your heritage.
That's right. Yeah. I would love to go there. It'd be very, very
Have you
fun.
been before?
No, I never have. My grandparents obviously are from there. My dad and my aunt have been, but I haven't been yet. No.
Yeah. No, I got to say, I'm born and raised here. My first time, my ancestors are from Hong Kong.
Okay.
And my first time there as an adult was interesting. I was there as a 4-year-old. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
To go there as an adult is a different experience.
Yeah, it's super cool.
And I'm sure you're going to have a blast, especially the authentic food.
Oh, man. Yeah, Filipino food's the best.
Do you speak Tagalog?
I don't. My grandparents do. I only know like bad words. I don't even know how to say them, but I hear them. I'm like, I know that's a bad word.
I'm sure. Which parent was the potty mouth in your family?
Actually, my mom, and she's just a white girl, but my dad's the Filipino one.
Really?
Yeah. yeah. My mom was, yeah.
She's the one that taught you all the, or
yeah, no. Well, no, I would hear actually from my Lolo, my grandpa. He was like dropping bad, not good stuff. Yeah.
Have you ever been inspired to drop any potty mouth in your
some
in
cuss
your
words
music?
in Tagalog? I don't know. I don't think so. A, I don't think people would get it, and B, I barely know how to speak it. So
Well, that's the point. Then you can slip it
guess.
in.
I think there was that one it was like a scrap song where you started like speaking it. For
Oh yeah. That was a long time
Yeah,
ago
it was-
though. Wow.
wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to learn. I think if I spent like a summer in the Philippines, like you're just surrounded and you're immersed in the language, it'd be easier to learn. So maybe one day.
Well, you are in the Bay Area, so there's a
Yeah.
high population
A lot.
of Filipinos.
I could probably learn tonight. I could
I was
probably
gonna
go
say,
somewhere
you're
today
gonna probably
and
hold up
figure it out.
sides
I'm sure.
with the potty mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
By the way, that's what I love about your music. It's not in your face like bad language and F this and talking about bling and all these things. It's a good time. It's definitely a vibe that people have been clamoring for, I think, in the last 5 years. Congrats on all the attention.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
And let's fast forward to the latest album, Hyperyouth, that kind of does a step back, a reflection of sorts. Is that fair to say? In which you're approaching this music on this album, reflecting on how you are getting older, but you don't want to grow up. Of course. Some along those themes.
Yeah.
When did that hit you?
I think it's sort of been hitting us since the beginning of this project as we came straight out of college and then had a, like, music, as fun as it is like a job at the end of the day, but it's totally different than like, a 9 to 5. But as we started sort of doing this and we're seeing like all of our friends around us go off and do their own things, whether it's literally getting married or, getting 9 to 5 jobs, and things are just changing, and it's quite wild to see that. And we're at a point where I think so many people at the age we're at are doing just such a wide variety of things. So for us, we just wanted to reflect on that and think about how much we've grown through music and just being young, and just reflect on those experiences through like this club and like fun statement point that's like, why as we grow older do we lose our desire to have fun and stay true to ourselves? So
Isn't it interesting being in the music industry, because it's quite insular at times, because you're on the road like this, playing music, creating music, playing music, and so forth. They're into this cycle, so you're in this little bubble, so to speak, and the people that you grow up with and those that you love and things, they continue on with their lives, and you come back and, oh, there's a few more gray hairs there. Oh, so-and-so just had a kid.
Yeah, we were literally just talking about that. It's wild because, we've been on the road now for, it feels like almost 3-4 something years. And yeah, things change. Like you come home and you're like, oh, so-and-so is up to this, or like my sister's doing that, or my cousin moved here. It's crazy. You kind of just like, it's not that you miss stuff, because it is easy to stay connected with your family and your friends with social media and your phone now. But when you're not there and you're not immersed in it like, everyone else is back home, it's weird because you're just gone for like, 2, 3, 4 months at a time.
Yeah, you don't like realize things are changing when you're like in a moment. And because we're on the road all the time and we're doing so many crazy things and our lives change immensely every single day, that everyone who sort of is just on this like linear path of working a real job or whatever, or just aging and stuff, it's scary to see, because you come back and you're like, wow, things really are changing, and that's scary. I think we just kind of noticed that. So
When was the point that you looked at yourself in the mirror to see your change? Because when I look at the Ellen interview, for example,
my God, we look
you
like
know,
babies.
Yeah, we look like
Yeah.
kids. Yeah.
no mustache, you were well groomed.
well
groomed. We're falling apart at the seams now.
It's like, you look old.
Yeah, you look old,
you look
decrepit.
Now you look
horrible.
You look, sallow and
Yeah.
and bags under your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
We just do. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you really just start to look in the mirror, and like, I think at the age we're at right now, and we're not even like old. It's just like, once you get to your mid-20s, it's like you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm not young anymore.
You're not a kid.
yeah,
You don't feel like
you're
a
not a
teenager,
kid.
that's for sure.
So
It's weird.
Yeah.
But that's just what we wanted to go into this album with. We just wanted to sort of get a bit more honest and sort of tell people more about ourselves. And I think we want to continue to do that moving forward. So
Yeah, I think Live Right definitely encapsulates that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely a song that speaks to this theme. It sounds like that you're in a club, no one's dancing because they're the old heads, they're the unks.
yeah,
The unks and aunties.
The unks.
yeah.
Was that a real life experience where you were at a club of some sort and you kind of extracted?
It's all the time. kind of the basis of this album and what Joey just mentioned. Like, we're looking around and like no one's dancing. It's true, because it's us. Every time we go to festivals or we go out over the past few years, like him and I are usually the only people that, you know, are comfortable with ourselves and pretty carefree, and we just notice a lot of people were not dancing. So yeah, that's that on that.
Yeah, I think people just like, a big part of it was that sort of thing where we were going out and we were the only ones dancing, and we're like, are people too afraid to dance, or what are they doing? But we kind of use that sentiment as like a metaphor for growing up. It's like, no one here wants to dance is like, no one here wants to even have fun, not even just in the sort of like club setting, like, you know, in the entirety of your lives and anything that you do, people grow up and they change. So we sort of use that as a metaphor for like, people grow up and change. Why can't we just stay the same?
What I really respect is that this is your third album, and you still produced everything in the same bedroom that you grew up in. How purposeful was that?
To be honest, I don't even think it's really that purposeful. It's just because, like, why go to a studio when the studio's in your house?
Yeah.
But I think just because I can, and I don't want to spend the money to do it. I don't want someone else to mix and master my stuff, because it's a lot of money to do that at a professional level. But I think we just do it because it works, and not to say that we don't ever want to be in a studio or start to learn more instruments or bring in more sort of equipment. I think right now we just do what works, but you know, you don't want to be in a level of comfortableness forever. So I think, especially moving forward, I think we're going to get a little bit more crazy with how we create music and just see what keeps being fun.
Yeah.
So.
No, like I said, I respect it. It keeps it authentic, but at the same time, you're pushing. You have JPEG Mafia on the track, right? And there's some other features and things like that. What was the biggest challenge on this album?
Biggest challenge. A lot of the songs sound different, like they could be from different albums, and that was kind of purposeful. We wanted it to be very well-rounded and just have a lot of different noises and sounds, but I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say it was easy making Hyperyouth, but I think, honestly, the hardest thing was making it feel like cohesive and like one thing, because a lot of the songs, I mean, there's some songs that didn't even make it onto the album that we scrapped, and we're like, because we just didn't know where to put them. We're like, I don't know where this is going to fit or how we're going to make this like linear. So Joey and I did a lot of like creative thinking on just, you know, the name of the album, all the names of the songs, like what the colors were going to be, like the disco ball imagery, and like all the pictures and the photo shoots we did. Like eventually, like with all the creative, that kind of made it feel more linear. But sonically, I think it was like tough for us to be like, how are we going to make this sound like a track like 1 through like 14 type thing, you know?
Yeah.
You mentioned colors. Was there a particular color palette that you started with? I imagine that it was very loud, fluorescent.
Well, I think it really was that. It was actually kind of going in, I had this idea of like just a sunset. I was really inspired by like Daft Punk and like MGMT and like album covers and videos where they were just sort of behind like a sunset. And there was something about this album that's like, you know, something ending and then you moving on in your youth and everything that was really inspiring. So that kind of like shades of purple and red and things like that were a big inspiration from the beginning. But then this sort of like bright orange came in. And that was just like very stark contrast to it all. So it's kind of just like this duality of it. But yeah, I think we were very purposeful going into everything. I think this is the first time where we want to do this. We know what this is going to be. Like every single thing that happened wasn't like a chance on this album. We knew exactly what we wanted to do and we did it. So
Was Hyperyouth always going to be the title? I feel like with the theme of the album, it's kind of like a big hurrah. Like
it's the first one I thought of, but we went back and forth for a bit. We just sort of like were like, is it right? Blah blah blah. And then there was like a couple other ones. Like Disco Tomorrow was actually one of the song names that we ended up going for, but that was name for album. Party's Over. JVB.
A lot of the names of the songs we almost made the title, but so.
I think it was a very important album for us, so we were like, we just got to really choose the right name. And then by the end of it, we were like, Hyperyouth just feels the most.
Also, it looked cool too.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
That just like that'll look cool on like a T-shirt or like whatever, you know. Just
exactly.
like branding.
That's exactly what I was thinking as well. Yeah. Where does a song like Billie Jean come from?
That was actually a song that like it was. We made at the tail end of like our writing sessions. Like we were just like, oh, let's make a song that sounds like this for fun, and then yeah, it just like randomly kind of came about. And then it's funny though, it was a song that you had lyrics on in the very beginning, like for a long time, and we didn't touch it because we were working on other songs. And then at the very end of like, we were almost wrapping up the album, we were like, let me put some verses on it and like see what it sounds like. And then he already had some lyrics on it that made it sound like Billie Jean, so we called it that. But yeah, it was just a kind of a random, almost throwaway song.
It kind of was this throwaway song, and then we were like playing it for. I mean, I played it again for Brae after he had not heard it for a while, and then we played it for some like other friends, and they were like, "Dude, this is really good.
It's awesome.
Why is it not being finished?" And
Yeah.
like, I don't know. And then we did. So, but also it's just a big shout out to MJ, who's like a legend.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
You know, all the references.
I
and
absolutely
everything.
love that song.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Top of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're one of the few. That song isn't getting a lot of shine right now. Yeah, we
I'm
appreciate
weird, I
it.
guess.
Thank you.
That's why this program is called B-Sides. You know,
Great.
it's always the ones that are on the flip side.
The tail ends of the album sometimes are the best, you know? Yeah.
You know, Live Right, Myself.
Yep.
Billie
Thank
Jean.
you. Myself
Great.
is
That's a huge
one
sleeper.
of my favorite tracks on the album. Super underrated.
What does that mean to you?
I mean, that's a track where I sort of open up lyrically more than I do a little bit. I think for me, expressing myself lyrically, especially through, you know, I think like as a singer, I can do it pretty well. And then like rapping, for some reason, it's just hard. Like to talk to someone about my feelings is very difficult to me. And I compare a lot of how I rap to just like talking. So I think that was just a little bit difficult for me to do. And that one, I'm like trying to balance growing up and sort of how I do that. And then also saying, sometimes I want to talk about my feelings, but I don't know if you guys really want to hear that yet because we're so used to making this like club music, right? So I think that was just the first time I've just been like self-aware in that sort of respect. But yeah, a lot of this album was just about growing lyrically and just like getting better as rappers, getting better as writers. And Brae and I are sort of both so new to this. We've only been rapping for 3 years at this point.
Yeah,
3 or 4
much.
years.
Yeah.
So, you know, we really just are in love with rap music and trying to get better. But us trying some new flows and getting more sentimental, especially on Brae's side. I feel like Brae really improved a lot as a writer on this one. So I think we're just trying a lot of things, but I just love my verse on that. I really like it. So
It's a really awesome song. Like I said, one of my favorites. What is the dynamic of your friendship outside of music, considering that you were college roommates or friends, what have you? First, how have you been able to maintain the friendship? How much can you open up to each other?
Wow, these are some deep questions right here.
Well, it's a kind of a follow-up to what
it's a great question. I will say, music aside, even in a business sense, we have to just be like on the same level all the time. I mean, we really don't disagree on much because as soon as there's an issue, we tackle it right away. You have to be so open and communicative together, you know? And like, you know, Joey's like my brother. So it's like, I mean, you don't want to see anyone upset, you know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, you just got to bite something as soon as it comes up. But like, we really don't get in like disagreements a lot because creatively we like think the same and like we both want the best for what this is, like for what JVB is together. We're like, like, you know, it's not like one person wants something else. And so I think as soon as that happens, you know, it'll probably be over. But right now it's fine. But
I mean, he's right though. And the good thing about it being friends first is like we came in and we were like, it's still friends first. Always. At the end of the day, it's a business, but like, I think because we're just on such a like a real headed level that we just make sure that everything is. And we have like a really small team too, so we're all just friends, like trying to achieve the same thing. There's no bigger power, even with the label, who's like so on our side creatively all the time. Like nobody telling us really what to do. We just talk it over and really do everything ourselves. Yeah. So
there's no like pressure either. Like there's no outside sources being like, you have to do this, you have to do these shows, you have to go on these tours. It's like, we're the ones that want this to be like as great as it can be. So it's really just like a fun effort. That's the best part about it. We always say like, as soon as it stops feeling fun, we'll have to sit down and figure it out. But it's always just for the fun of it. It's like, we get offers from our management team, like, do you guys want to do this show? And then we'll talk about it. Be like, yeah, let's go do it. And then we go and do it. You know what I mean? So it feels like it's easy, you know? Yeah.
Sounds to me that Joey is the more vulnerable one that is always opening up.
No, it's really Brae.
Brae is kind of like, I feel like I hear you, I feel you.
It's actually the opposite.
We got a show to do.
No, I don't know, man. I think our personalities is what makes Joey Valence and Brae, like Joey Valence and Brae, obviously we're two very different people, but we do like think and feel like similar ways. But you know, I think that's kind of the magic of it, you know. It's kind of just two different vibes. But
and that was a lot about what this was about, especially like for me. Like I've always just felt like it's hard to express myself unless it's through music. So I sort of have always used like music as like therapy for me to like actually talk about the way I'm feeling. It's genuinely hard for me to like do that in person with people. So I think moving forward, I think that's just something I'd like to do more. But we both just are in love with music and use it as this passion first sort of thing with no goals except being able to like express ourselves. So yeah, as long as it remains that, we're doing the right thing. So
you are doing the right thing. And that's, I think, a hallmark of a good songwriter, a good lyricist, is to at least be aware that, okay, I need to share more in order to be more creative, because there's a lot of emotion involved in music in the first place, right? And the more you can open up, the better the music can be.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But there's also the side of us that wants to consistently have fun and do dumb shit. And like, you know, like that's like what this album is. It's like you can be both. You know, you can, things are changing and things are happening, but we're alive and that's awesome, and just enjoy yourself. So
who's the better wingman in certain situations?
Wingman?
Yeah.
For what? Like
for what? Yeah, I feel.
Oh, you know, in talking to a special someone of interest.
Wow. Well, lucky for us, we both have special someone that we're locked in with.
But I feel like Brae is Brae's like much more extrovert than I am when it comes to talking to people.
Sure.
So I think he has a more attractive personality.
I guess so. Feel like. Yeah, I'm the type of guy where like we'll go like shopping in the mall, and like people that are like, you know, checking us out at Zoomies are just like, so what are you in town for? What's going on? What are you doing? And it'll be like, yeah, you know, like I'm going through this stuff. Like there's randomly opening up to like me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Like I didn't ask, but thanks. Like, you know, I think I just have that personality, I guess. But Joey's super easy to talk to too, man. You can put him in a room and like he's just like happy to like to be there and like whatever. Yeah. So we're both like similar like that, I think, though. But yeah, maybe.
I got that vibe. I just wanted to confirm. Especially with Joey in his feels.
Yeah, man.
No, you guys did a fantastic job with this album. It really resonates with people both young and old. My mother understands the pains in which you're going through right now, and she's like, "Oh, just wait till they hit my age."
But that's a wonderful thing too that you mentioned that, because I think at any age you always feel like that.
Yeah.
You always feel like, you know, you're attaching to your youth, and I think that's what's special about this album, is that anyone at any age can still relate to it. It's not for one demographic.
Exactly. So, yeah. Because you're always going through these changes in life.
Of course.
Milestones, right? Like,
for sure.
You know, so-and-so just had another great-grandkid.
Oh, yeah.
Brae, what's up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's true.
So forth. But congrats on that, man.
Thank you, man.
And
appreciate
appreciate the time. Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, man. Thanks for the questions. Thank you.
Absolutely. Joey, Valence, and Brae right here on B-Sides.